guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
I'm broken system, broken trust, and I approve this message.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money.
Mask on. Fuck it, mask on. Mask on. Fuck it, mask on.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Welcome back to the channel, my friends. I have added on to the greatest intro in history because somebody took his mask off. So we are going to watch. Oh Lord, I know I'm gonna wait a second for. Well, there's already 30 people here. Okay, what was that guy's name? I can see him vividly. He was in Judge. I want to say it was Judge Simpson's court. Could have been somebody else's. But he was trying to make the claim that because the person ran his social security number and all that shit, that they need to talk to the government about getting their rent paid. I think it was like 44 minutes long. I got like 400,000 views on it. I'm drawing a blank on what his name was, but this kid, I'm going to call him a kid because he looks fairly young. He's going to use the exact same logic. So I labeled it. I forgot what I labeled it in the thumbnail, but yeah, it was. We've heard this before. It's super famous. I know Team Skeptic covered it. I covered it. A bunch of AI court channels covered it. People are still covering it to this day. But he's going to use the same argument. But before we get too far into this, I have to tell you guys something about the third channel. How you doing? KFAR's reading the room. Put out a video 4 days ago. Got 1,300 views. Feeling pretty good about that channel right now. But, yeah. Go subscribe to that if somebody can drop that in the link. Yeah, we're good there. And now we're going to go to this. We're going to share this tab instead. Oh, no. I know this is Judge Simmons, right? But I think the other one with the dude was in Judge Simpson's court. And it was a long, long, long time ago. Like, I was in the other house. Shoot, 3-4 years ago. Off. We don't need any of that nonsense. And this is from Old Squishy Gardner. This is literally 26 minutes. We're going to watch 26 minutes of this. And then you guys are going to go out into the world and be wonderful people. Because that's what my subscribers are. They're wonderful, wonderful people. And I'll try to find somewhere to throw you guys after if you guys want to. So here we go.
You show me where you paid the rent or that you have a lawful reason, not some cock-mamie story you didn't came up with. Your answer looked like you cut and pasted something from a probate court proceeding. Zachary Latney. Or Zach Latney. Oh, where are you on Zoom?
Present.
Why are you present via Zoom? You're supposed to be here in person.
Because I had certain matters that I was taking care of this morning, which unfortunately
I don't care.
Wasn't able to get completed. And I didn't know I was required to be there in person. I would have been there in person.
You definitely knew because I say in person like a broken record when I give a hearing date. I do not hold hearings via Zoom. You must appear in person. The paperwork you received said you must appear in person.
Okay, so why was the plaintiff not required to appear in person, but I actually appeared in person?
The plaintiff is right here. The plaintiff is in my courtroom.
No, I was referring to the first date, the first hearing date.
That date was not a hearing. That date was a pretrial. Everyone could appear via Zoom for the pretrial. I said for the hearing, you must appear in person. Today is a hearing date. You're not here.
How does the court plan to resolve that then? Because
I don't. It's how you're going to resolve it. Because if you don't appear, I have to give them a default judgment.
So who are you talking to that's appearing now then?
That is the attorney. This is the attorney for the plaintiff. Where are you, sir?
You don't see me,
How
man?
long is it going to take you to get here? Yeah, how long is it going to take you to get here?
Give me 10 minutes. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Yep, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Don't even worry.
most judges are like this, where you'll be able to have 112 pre-trial hearings for basically anything, settlement conferences, yada yada, and those can be on Zoom. But this is it. This is the big finale, the big show. And he's, I know I'm probably going to get dunked on, so I'm going to appear on Zoom. Do better. I hope YouTube is paying you a lot of money. You've been streaming a lot lately. They pay me what they pay me. I'm here for the giggles.
This is E3 Investments LLC versus Zachariah Latney, 26-01434. Appearance, please.
Attorney Catherine Gable, P81555 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your name, sir?
I believe the caption is Zach Latney.
It says Zachariah.
Zach Latney.
Okay, your name's not Zachariah?
My name is, as it appears on the lease, is Zach Latney.
No, I don't know. I'm asking if what was filed is correct.
Yeah, Zachariah.
Okay, thank you. And you don't have an attorney representing you, correct?
Okay.
Okay, you have not been able to come to resolution. This is for non-payment of rent?
No, Your Honor, we have not. I tried to speak with Mr. Whitney.
I'm just gonna say this. Let's make myself large here for a second. This is gonna be some top tier shit, guys. Listen up. You cannot come to a settlement or come to a agreement with somebody who hasn't paid. You'll find out hasn't paid rent in a really long time. I want to say his rent's like $1,000 or just north of $1,000, which is fucking wild. But you can't come to common grounds, get a nice handshake with these people because they don't believe they're doing anything wrong. They think because they ran a background check with his social security number, that's good enough as paid rent. So you're not going to be able to get anything good out of talking to them.
Earlier, but we have no resolution.
Mr. Latney, you believe that you have a lawful reason to withhold the rent?
Yes, Your Honor, the equitable defense is cited in the answer, which should be on file with the court, Your Honor. Which can be elaborated upon today.
Okay, you can have a seat. You can call your witness.
Thanks, Your Honor. Plaintiff's call Eric Romano to the stand.
Oh, if you can get their exhibits out of your way.
May I approach?
Yep, thank you.
Okay.
You can raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Thank you. State your first and last name within spell both.
Eric Romano, ERICROMANO.
You can proceed now.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Romano, are you the owner of E3 Investments?
I am.
All right, and Mr. Romano, does E3 Investments own the property located at 1130 West Mount Hope in Lansing, Michigan?
Yes.
Okay, and what is your role at E3 Investments, Mr. Romano?
I'm the owner, president. It's me, just me.
And on September 22nd, 2023, did you enter into on behalf of E3 Investments, enter into a monthly rental agreement with Mr. Latney?
Yes.
Okay, may I approach?
Right.
Mr. Romano, I have placed in front of you what is entitled monthly rental agreement. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and is that the lease that you executed with Mr. Latney?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and can you please tell me when the lease began and when it ended?
September 22nd, 2023, and it's a month-to-month lease.
And when does the term of the lease begin each month, Mr. Romano?
On the 25th.
And when does the term of the lease end each month, Mr. Romano?
On the 24th of the next month.
Thank you. How much rent is due per term?
$1,100.
Okay. And
11,
does the lease
like I
call
said.
for late fees if rent's not paid within 7 days?
Yes, it does.
What is the late fee amount?
$50.
Okay. Mr. Romano, has Mr. Latney paid rent for the term August 25 through September 24?
No.
Has Mr. Latney paid rent
August 25 through September.
August 25th through September 24th? Sorry, it's a 30.
Okay.
So, okay, the answer is no.
I think I knew what you were saying, but was you thinking in years?
Yeah.
I'm
Got it.
Okay.
I'll
I think
clarify.
he's thinking you're talking about 23. You're talking about the term. I know what you were saying, though.
Yeah,
You can continue.
I apologize. So Mr. Letney did not pay rent from August 25th, 2025 through September 24, 2025, correct?
Correct.
And has he paid rent for the term beginning September 25th, 2025 through October 24th, 2025?
No, he has not.
Okay. And has he paid rent for the term beginning October 25th, 2025 through November 24th, 2025?
No, he has not.
Has he paid rent for the term beginning November 25th, 2025?
I'm going to just throw it out there and say that he probably hasn't paid rent from August of 2025 until today. I'm just going to throw that out there. You know how to pull body cams? Yeah, it's really easy. Especially if you live near where you're trying to pull the body cam from.
Through December 24, 2025.
No, he has not.
Has he paid rent for the term beginning December 25, 2025 through January 24, 2026?
No, he has not.
Has he paid rent for the term beginning January 25, 2026 through February 24, 2026?
No, he has not.
And has he paid rent for the term beginning February 25, 2026 through March 24, 2026?
No, he has not.
Okay. And has he paid rent for the term beginning March 25, 2026 and ending April 24, 2026?
No, he has not.
Okay. Mr. Romano, have you kept the premises in good habitable condition
Yes.
and good repair?
Yes.
May I approach?
Man,
So yeah, this is the sad part. This is a month-to-month lease. And when I was watching this, I'm like, oh, I don't know what old Squishy Gardner's talking about. This guy's not a sovereign citizen. But then I waited for him to talk, and I'm like, yeah, he's a sovereign citizen. But it's a month-to-month lease. He hasn't paid for a month. Get out. Get out. But you let him stay there. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, until today. That is ridiculous, if you ask me. You're doing some major spring cleaning, Erica. This weekend, I have to spring clean my office into a whole nother room. It's going to be great.
Mr. Romano, what I placed in front of you is entitled Payment Record. E3 Investments v. Zechariah Laney. You recognize this document?
Yes.
And Mr. Romano, can you explain to the court what this document is?
It's a ledger, a payment record showing rents due and late fees approved.
Mr. Romano, what is the balance for rents and late fees due today?
$9,200.
And is that payment record a true and accurate reflection of what is due and owing under the lease with Mr. Latney?
Yes.
Objection.
what's the objection to?
Just not receiving this, and that amount is not encompassing the original complaint.
You said not receiving the ledger?
Yeah, I'm just not receiving this. Is this being submitted?
I don't know. She not,
I'm going to move to admit it as
Okay.
Exhibit 2.
okay.
Okay, the amounts asked upon are inconsequential because they don't encompass that which is encompassing the original complaint.
You're saying that it's larger than the complaint?
Yes, ma'am.
You do understand that as the time progresses, the amount increases, correct?
So you're saying that,
Yeah, like, for example, if I
no, I
continue,
understand the question.
if I continue this until next month, May 1st, the amount's gonna grow.
Precisely, okay, so the question then becomes, to what extent do those amounts? So essentially that which is originally complained upon.
Objection to the exhibit.
The exhibit is that he never received it,
Yeah, I never received it.
and that he says that
I'm just not
the
seeing those.
amounts are,
That is a clear objection. I'm having.
the amounts are off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna respond and say that's not an objection. It's an exhibit that's going to be admitted, and if he wants to ask questions about it, he can do that when it's his turn.
Okay, it's a copy of a ledger that you keep.
I was waiting for him to say, when is all this going to eventually just hit the wall, and that's as much as I can pay? It's going to keep going and going and going and going until you pay rent. The fact that they let you stay this long, 9 months, 8 months, whatever, without paying rent is fucking crazy to me. Especially if this guy knows I'm never going to see that money. You know, if somebody's a few days late on rent, you don't need to evict them. Just give them some time. If they give you 8-9 months and you still haven't paid them, it's safe to say you can just kick them out.
In the regular course of your business?
Yes.
Okay. Objections overruled. It's admitted.
And I'm sorry, I guess I need to retract. I would move to admit the lease as Exhibit 1.
Then it's admitted.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Romano, again, I'm sorry, just for clarification, how much is owed for rent and late fees as of today?
$9,200.
Okay, and Mr. Romano, does that ledger include any court costs in that $9,200?
No.
Okay. And as to court costs, Mr. Romano, is it correct that you would be seeking those costs in the judgment today?
Yes.
Okay, and no further questions, Your Honor.
Welcome, Colin Raiders. Colin, is this one of the days that you started early? Because if not, you went for 23 minutes. I thought I was going to be done before everybody else. I was actually going to send everybody over to you, but now I have to find somebody else. But I appreciate the raid.
Any questions for the
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Proceed.
Just allow me a brief second. Cross-examine the witness.
Okay.
Can I get my questions together? Is that an issue?
No, I just told you can
Oh, no,
cross-examine the
it seemed like
witness.
she had a complaint. I'm just like, what's the issue? All right, okay. What date did, okay, this is gonna be my question. What date did you allegedly engage in the lease with the plaintiff, Mr. Romano?
He is the plaintiff.
With the defendant, Mr. Romano?
Okay.
Excuse me.
Jack, that's asked and answered, but go ahead.
He has answered that already.
The 22nd of September, 2023.
Okay, these proceedings, on what date did your attorney file the complaint initiating these proceedings?
That I don't know. I can refer that question to my attorney.
So I can take judicial notice of when it was filed. I have it.
During the court?
It was filed with the court, it looks like on February 20th, 2026.
Okay, all right. February 20th, 2026?
Correct.
Okay.
Actually, February 23rd is the stamp on the side, but it was dated by the attorney February 20th, 2026.
This action was filed?
That's when the complaint was filed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do have more questions on point which are relevant. Okay, I wonder for the record, is your phone number, Mr. Romano?
But you don't have to put it on the record, his phone number. You can ask the last 4 digits if you want to confirm.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Does the last 4 digits of your phone number end in 9908?
Yes.
And did you text the defendant regularly for means of communication by way of payment to be received from you, from the tenant?
Yes.
So you and the tenant regularly texted with that phone number ending in 9908?
Yes.
Okay. Prior to initiating this suit, did the tenant text you respecting amounts owed and that were paid to you?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
Prior to your attorney initiating this suit, prior to counsel initiating this suit, did you and the defendant communicate regularly by way of that phone number ending in 9908?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. No last question. A few more questions, Your Honor.
Take your turn.
Thank you.
Time to dig through his phone.
Do you recall communication taking place between you and the defendant on or about March 4th of this year, 2026?
No, I don't.
You don't recall?
I don't recall it.
Okay, so you don't recall a text message taking place between you and the defendant wherein the defendant gave you formal notice by way of text message?
Objection asked and answered. You say.
I just want to point out, it's not a steel trap up here anymore. More than half a dozen concussions. My brain's going to be mush by the time I'm 50. So I don't remember what me and Mrs. Kfar were texting about earlier today, let alone what a property manager or owner of a house is texting a tenant that hasn't paid rent in 8 months last month. I can totally believe he doesn't remember what this kid's talking about. That's plausible to me.
Doesn't recall the messages.
Okay, no problem.
Check the system.
Quick question for you. Are you aware of any text message that took place between you and the defendant on March 15th, 2026 of this year? Is it your response to this question that it?
He said no.
No. Okay,
okay.
follow up, please.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not aware of any communication that took place. Since you're not aware, this is my question. Since you're not aware of any communication that took place on March 15th, 2026 between you and the defendant, there will be no cell phone records wherein confirming you received the same?
Are you asking me, are there cell phone records? Because he's saying he's not aware. He's not saying it didn't happen. He's just saying he's not aware.
He's not aware, okay. My question is that because he's saying he's not aware, then there would not be any cell phone records affirming that he's actually read the messages which he claims he's not aware of.
Are you saying that no conversation took place, or you just don't remember?
I'm saying I don't remember.
Yeah, so he's not disputing that there was text messages.
Okay.
He just doesn't remember.
Are you aware that on March 15th, 2026, you were expressly appointed as trustee privately by the defendant?
I'm not aware.
Okay, you're not aware of that. It's fine.
So maybe, I don't know. I wish one of the several lawyers that hang out were here currently. I don't know much about this whole becoming a trustee of someone's trust. I'm pretty sure you're going to have to sign some documents. It's not like somebody texting you and saying, you're now my trustee. I'm pretty sure that's not how it works. They're going to have to be like notarized on something or actually sign something. Not this. Okay, so this is in my head what happens with most people that get evicted and then try to use the sovereign citizen argument. In my head, it's the same thing as when somebody tries to use the sovereign citizen argument for driving. They ran into some trouble while they were driving. They couldn't drive anymore legally, so then they went to YouTube, went to Google. How can I legally drive without a license? And then the sovereign citizen movement pops up. In my head, tenants who aren't paying their rent or aren't capable of paying their rent do the exact same thing. How do I get out of paying rent? Yada, yada. And then the sovereign citizen movement pops up. So, yeah, and text messages aren't a legal tender. You run into this a lot with the whole you're my trustee thing. I think last week, or shit, maybe earlier this week, I think I covered a case where one of the guys was trying to make the judge his trustee. And the judge is like, pass, maybe try the prosecutors next. I'm good. Thank you.
Just give me a second. See if I get anything more relevant for the witness, and I'm gonna let him go. Okay. Oh yes, this is actually very poignant. Prior to you and the defendant engaging in a lease, did you require any criminal or background check for the defendant to engage in? And was there any documentation that you took to that effect?
Do I
Objection,
require?
compound, and form.
Compound meaning you ask two questions in one, so you break it up.
Sure, no problem. So I can like.
You can rephrase it, but only ask one question at a time.
No problem. Prior to engaging in the lease, which is subject to this underlying suit, did you and the defendant engage in a creditor background check?
I don't remember.
Is it your testimony today that you never required a social security number to be provided by the tenant?
I don't remember. That was 2.5 years ago.
Okay, so what text messages?
I'm going to object as to
He
relevance.
doesn't remember, so you're gonna have an opportunity to give testimony. If you want to share any of that, you can do that.
No problem.
You don't got to get him to get it out of.
No, that's,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just.
He said he doesn't remember, so he's not
I
disputing
gotta lay a
it.
foundation though.
No, you don't. If you want to tell me all that during your testimony.
He's doing that thing he's doing the same thing that guy that I covered in today's video does, where he regularly uses words that he doesn't know the meaning to, or phrases legally that he doesn't know the meaning to. You're not laying a foundation. You keep badgering a guy who's going, cool, yeah, we may have talked on this day, but I don't fucking remember because it was last month. And he probably, just going to throw it out there, more than likely, if you own the one property, you probably own several properties. Or if you're the manager of one property, you're probably the manager of several properties. So you probably text people or email people all fucking day, every day. So yeah, you're not laying a foundation. You're just beating a guy up who can't remember something that happened literally a month ago. Almost a month on the dot.
Testimony will allow.
I don't know if he doesn't remember unless I ask, Your Honor.
I get it, but him remembering or not, it really has nothing to do with whatever point you're trying to make with that.
Well, if he said he remembered, it would actually affirm the point I'm making, is what I'm getting at.
Okay, well, he said he doesn't remember,
Okay, no problem.
and you're trying to re-ask him in another way. He's not gonna change his question.
No problem. Okay.
Or his answer.
That's the witness, Your Honor. I'm done.
You can redirect if necessary.
Your Honor, redirect is not necessary. Thank you.
Any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. You want to get testimony, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. Tell me why you believe you don't lawfully owe rent since September of 2025. I'm sorry, August 25, or is it? Well, I guess it's September 25th of 2025. You haven't, the testimony was you have not paid rent since September 25th of 2025.
Yes, Your Honor.
So tell me why you lawfully can withhold rent, or why you believe that.
Well, first and foremost, I would direct the court's attention to the answer, which is on file.
You have to tell me your reason. I've read your answer, but that's not evidence.
Okay, no problem. I'll give you, okay, so on March 15th, let me give you the whole layout since I'm on the record and I can get it all out, right? We get it all out and I'm gonna testify. I'm giving my testimony right now.
Hey, then
So
spit
prior
your
to
narrative
engaging in
already.
this lease with Mr. Romano, he required, and I have text messages to that effect, which he's received, he's read, but it's okay. I have text messages to that effect between me and him, wherein prior to engaging in this lease, he specifically required a social security number. And in requiring said social security number, it was for the purpose of a credit or background check. Said social security number was reflective of the principal obliger on the lease. This is antecedent to the lease that is signed and in the record and encompassed in her complaint. Okay, said social security number that was taken from him is not reflective of myself. It's not reflective of myself with respect to being obligated regarding this.
Here comes the stupid.
This is just a primary claim that I'm making. I have a secondary claim, which is an equitable defense, which is layered onto this. Just bear with me. I'm not in court.
I'm listening.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, this is poop being thrown up against the wall. 100%. Well, KTZ, you're actually going to enjoy this. So this is a sovereign citizen who hasn't paid rent for August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and apparently April. And he's getting kicked out. He's trying to make the argument that because this guy is his trustee for his trust, because he said so, that he can use his social security number as payment for his rent. Yeah, good shit. But again, the social security number aspect, that's just narrowing it down even further of exactly who the fuck you are, so that the owner, property manager, whatever, knows exactly who the fuck they're trying to rent to. If your name's John Williams, I have to assume that there's millions of John Williams. I believe John Williams did the fucking soundtrack to a bunch of bomb-ass movies. You might get him. But if you give them your social security number, puts the crosshairs directly on you. So they know exactly who they're not buying your debt or trying to use your $1 billion that are in your social security account. No, they're just trying to narrow down their background check. Is he going to plead equity?
Suretyship and subrogation rights with respect to the social security number taken and reflective of the principal obliger on the lease. He was noticed of a legal distinction being made with respect to the principal obliger and myself, as a matter of fact, by way of documentation provided to him in these text messages. Now,
Are you saying that was the nature of the text messages you sent in March?
Yes, Your Honor, I am. That's precisely what I'm saying.
Okay.
Actually, these text messages go back to February. Secondarily, with respect to the suretyship and subrogation claims, to which I stand as subrogee to the principal obliger underneath the lease, to whom I stand as subrogee with respect to the principal obliger on the lease. Him being the creditor or the subrogor, he was noticed that my suretyship and subrogation rights were transferred to him in trust for my sole benefit. What I am saying is, prior to even showing up to that first hearing 2 weeks ago, he was noticed of and read text messages wherein he was expressly appointed as a trustee and owes me fiduciary duties as sole beneficiary prior to initiating this suit. That is my purely equitable defense that I'm asserting there today.
Okay.
As a result thereof, and as a result of those allegations of fact, which bear on this immediate case, Mr. Romano and E3 Investments LLC, by way of a trust indenture, which I can show this court and my phone number, stands with respect to me as my trustee. And he owes me a duty of undivided loyalty as my trustee, as is my allegation of fact today. And I am the sole beneficiary with respect to that trust that I can provide the court. He owes me fiduciary.
So he owes him fiduciary responsibility because he was made the trustee without signing things or without getting it notarized or without really knowing outside of this guy saying, trust me, bro, you're the trustee of my trust. Oh yeah, Doc, they're never seeing this money. I talk about suing people with nothing regularly on this channel. I think I've talked about 2 people specifically with no money in the last like 2 days. That's what they're basically doing. They want to get their money back. If they get $100 back, they would probably count that as a win. They're in no way ever going to get $9,200 out of this guy, especially with his new sovereign citizen facts. It's never going to happen. But yeah, this guy is basically saying, I know that I'm renting from him or his company, but he owes it to me to just pay my bills for me because he's the trustee. He owes it to me. It's like, that's not how it works.
Duties and a duty to account with respect to that which he was entrusted with, specifically and prior to engaging in these proceedings. And he was noticed of that. Not only that, but as sole beneficiary, equity regards me as the true owner. And my sole defense right here and now is that he stands in relation to me as a trustee and a fiduciary, owing me duty sacred in equity, to which I can't freely enforce in probate court. And as this court has been made aware of, this court doesn't have jurisdiction over those exclusively equitable claims of beneficiary of trust relations. But that is my equitable defense that I'm asserting here today, that he was granted a fund in trust, that he possesses said fund, and that as fiduciary, he owes me a duty to account as sole beneficiary. And that said accounting that he owes me directly conflicts with the legal relations that he has as landlord in this underlying suit. And I am now asserting there is a conflict and variance between the rules of equity and the rules of law with respect to the same matter. And that owing me an exclusively equitable duty of trusteeship.
That said he owes you a duty of trusteeship?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Any other argument for why you think you can live in his property for free?
He's been granted the fund to which he must account. These are equitable rights.
You granted him some funds?
Yes, I granted him the fund. By the way, I'll show you right here. Got you right here, Your Honor. Got you right here.
Show his attorney where the funds were sent to her client.
Is the court saying as a matter of fact that he's not?
Show me where you're gonna show me evidence where you sent him the funds.
Yes.
Show him to the attorney first where he was sent his funds.
Got you right here. Got you right here. Give me 1 second. I'm just pulling up the text. You're gonna see it says red right next to it too.
For clarity, Your Honor, if I may, this is rent payments for the money we're claiming due and owing.
Those are the only funds I'm looking at.
Not previous. Correct.
Okay, I'm just going to let you guys know because you guys already know, or you should know at this point. This is what the judge is looking for. Oh, you said you paid? Okay, cool. Can I get a receipt? I don't know when the last time you guys went to get a money order or like a cashier's check from the bank. It's literally a piece of paper with a serrated edge, and you rip it in half, and one's the check and one's the receipt that says you did this or you had this. And normally, you can have them sign it saying that they got it, yada, yada. I always kept that when I paid rent. I threw it in my little center console of my car just in case somebody wanted to say that I didn't pay rent. If you had a picture of you handing it to the guy on your phone, the judge would probably accept that. But the fact that you're literally on your phone saying, trust me, bro, that's not going to work.
Is this court asserting that I do not have that equitable defense asserted is not relevant?
Let me be very clear here. I read your answer and I gave you ample opportunity to make a record here. I don't really know if there is an underlying issue that requires a competency evaluation. or if you Googled something that made you think that these things were lawful reasons to live in someone's property and withhold rent, you speak over me, you will be remanded for contempt in court. I don't know what's going on, but none of the things that you say or have said in this courtroom as it relates to a lawful reason to withhold someone's rent makes any sense. For you to sit here and vehemently assert that the landlord, after telling you that you are filing a notice to quit and vacate his property for failure to pay rent, now owes you some duty other than to collect the rent from you, sounds bat crazy. Bat crazy. You don't live in someone's house for free. You show me where you paid the rent or that you have a lawful reason, not some cockamamie story you didn't came up with. Your answer looked like you cut and pasted something from a probate court proceeding from probably a sovereign citizen, crossed out what you didn't think applied and signed your name to it. We don't run circuses in here. This is a courtroom of law. Do you understand me?
May I respond?
If you have proof where you paid rent, show it to her. Otherwise, judgment for the plaintiff.
Your Honor, may I respond?
Do you have proof?
I'm trying.
Do you have proof?
You asked me to do two things.
Well, I asked you one thing. Ask you one thing. Do you have proof?
Yes, I do.
Show her the proof.
Got you right here. I was in the middle of getting that earlier, but
listen here. Show her the proof because she wanted to clarify what you were about to show her. Okay. I don't want to see no text messages of no. I notified him of some trust. That don't work here. We're not dealing with trust. We're not dealing with probate. We're dealing with possession of property. You signed a lease.
I know I'm at law.
You signed a lease. You agreed to pay the money. I don't care if he did a background check or if he didn't. I don't care if you gave him your social security number or if you gave him your telephone number. You agreed to pay this rent. You've been holding over his property since August of 2025. And I want to see proof that you either have a lawful reason to withhold it or proof that you turned it over and he's just mistaken.
Okay. Thank you. My mandamus gonna go in tomorrow too. Don't worry.
You can find a mandamus or anything else you want to find. I really do not. I promise you, I don't care.
Okay. So it's a quite lengthy text. That's why I'm trying to find it. But I'm.
Is this evidence of you sending his past due rent?
Yes,
no.
He's in possession of it. Yes.
You can show the attorney for her review.
Yes, 100%. And I'm standing on my equitable offense regardless. What are you reading right there?
It says declaration of trust and appointment of trustee. There's no
judgment in favor of the plaintiff. You can be excused. Bye. Bye.
Okay, so basically I was just parroting everything that you guys said. I'm glad that the judge is just like, oh, you're playing games in my courtroom. You can go fuck yourself. And it literally culminated into that, which we just watched. As soon as he tried to say some more nonsense, and the lawyer's like, yes, that's what he's actually trying to say. Nope, you actually owe them all the money. Don't ever come back. See ya, bye. That's what I was saying. It's like a breath of fresh air. Because there's so many judges at this point that, I don't want to say go easy on it, but you can tell that some judges have just never dealt with it. Where a bunch of judges, mainly in Michigan, I think this is in Lansing or whatever, a bunch of them in Michigan deal with this shit like every day. So now they're just like, oh yes, I know what you're doing. Go fuck yourself. You lose. Sorry. Try again. That's all I was saying. But I was muted. For some reason, I cannot beat this cough that I had like last month, and I don't want to just keep hacking into the microphone.
My man Damon's going in too.
File whatever you want. You have paperwork.
I do, Your Honor. Is it the possession 427?
The writ date is the 27th.
Thank
that
you.
is correct.
Janet, do you need to prorate rent on the record or amounts due for the
Yes,
money judgment? Okay, for possession, Your Honor, he owes $8,800 in rent, plus $400 in late fees, plus costs in the amount of $174.80, for a total of $9,374.87. And for the money judgment, Your Honor, which has been prorated through today at $36.67 a day. Rent plus late fees is $8,870.07, with costs of $174.87. So it's $174.87 for a total of $9,044.94 for the money judgment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any additional matters for the record?
No, Your Honor.
I think I've earned a recess of 5 minutes.
All right, that's the video. Yeah, they're never going to see that. Never, ever, ever in a million years are they going to see that money. And from what we've seen in several videos that I've covered, he's probably going to go home, start punching holes in the walls, set the kitchen on fire, start pissing on the couch, which is probably going to cost him even more money that he's never going to have to pay. But that's it. Whew. That's the video. What I'm going to do real quick. Is I'm going to go see who's live. Because I set you guys to go to Killa, but Killa doesn't start for another hour, basically. It's funny. I told somebody I was going to be done at 8:45, and it is damn near right on the dot. Couldn't be happier. Splendid little stream. If you guys did notice, I'm also trying to pepper in some like shorter streams that aren't like hours long, because people seem to want to watch those after the fact. See, still get a money judgment and garnish wages until he files for bankruptcy. He's probably working under the table. I've learned enough by watching BSBT somehow survive. There's ways that people will get around paying all sorts of shit. Let's see. Who is live? Who is live? Who is live? Yeah, let's go over there. Haven't been over there in a while, but he's streaming court. Oh, you know what? F it. Doc, can I send people to you? Is that a thing that you have set up? Because that would be swell. Keep all the people, keep all the viewers in the group of people who got stabbed in the back. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Everybody's going to docs. There you go. Now you should be good. You don't need to go early. Thank you for the $2 hairs. You don't need to go early. I just sent everybody over there. So as soon as I get done, everybody will get sent over there. And that's it. I'm going to work on my Johnny Somali video. I have a Sovereign Citizen window break video. Like I said earlier, I'm going to try my best to stack up a bunch of videos for the main channel and the third channel. The link is I think it's the pinned comment still. The main channel, the third channel. I'm trying to stack up videos for tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday so that I can move all of this upstairs and the kiddos down here. And then I have to paint that room, sand the floor, stain the floor, do a bunch of other shit, replace all 3 outlets with cooler outlets. It's going to be a whole shit show this weekend. So yeah. Did I see GS's live today? No. And from what I've heard, a lot of people are not going over to his channel anymore. Good. But I did make a video about GS today if you guys want to go check that out. But that's it. That's all I got. See you guys over at Docs. Bye.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.